The church is finally getting it right on the topic of sex because she's now encouraging ladies to open up on the topic. Before now, it has always been silent on women, whether they were enjoying quality sex with their husband or not. They never spoke up. They just kept quiet. But I was impressed when this very lady asked her pastor this question.
Daddy, you said we should not have sex before marriage. Then what if I marry this guy that he did not satisfy me? What will I do?
What do you mean by satisfaction?
Like,
Be open. What do you mean by satisfaction? Tell me.
like, he cannot satisfy my urge.
How? What is your urge?
I don't know the name of this pastor, but I want to say thank you so much for giving this lady the opportunity to ask this wonderful question. The reaction from the congregation shows that the people love this question, especially the women. And you'll be surprised that most married women in this congregation might be suffering from poor sex, but they are not bold enough to ask this question. And they are really happy hearing a lady ask this question. And not just a lady who is yet to be married. Now, to this very lady, I want to say thank you so much for saving many marriages, because a lot of marriages are suffering from poor sex, especially women, but they are not speaking up because of societal or maybe cultural, traditional practices. You know, it's a known fact that we celebrate the man when it comes to sex than the woman. We believe the woman's duty is just to satisfy the man and not to gain satisfaction. But I'm happy you asked this question. Thank you so much. I want you to still pay attention to what she said, as the pastor kept on asking her what she meant by her question.
So, answer me now. Satisfy your urge, like.
Yes, if he cannot, like, if he's not fit in bed.
Fit. Is he Olympic?
The 2 minutes man.
So let's say I don't want to give you advice now. What do you think you can do before you choose who you marry?
That is why I said maybe in like, for example, if I enter a new relationship, then I need to test the man now.
What kind of test?
Yeah.
What kind of test? Answer my question.
Daddy.
What kind of test are you talking now?
Daddy, I don't know what to say, but I know what I'm saying.
Make me to know now.
What of if his prick is very small that he cannot handle me?
Wow. See, sexual satisfaction has nothing to do with the size of the penis, how big it is. It is how you use the penis that really matter. And I discover many ladies are falling victim to this. They believe they want to test so that they will know whether their man-to-be will be able to satisfy them in bed when they finally get married. And many men have taken advantage of this by deceiving women, promising them marriage just because they want to get down with them in bed. So I want to help answer this question, because yes, the pastor did a great job answering this question, but I'm not satisfied with his answers, because he gave answers based on health, long-term satisfaction. But with this our present generation that believes in instant gratification, everything now, they don't care about long-term. So they want the instant solution to their problems. So I want to throw more light on this question by answering. You can pass behind me, by answering this question the
Daddy,
pastor,
you said
I
we
mean
should
the
not have sex
question the
before
lady
marriage.
asked. Now let me tell you this. See, how to know whether a man can satisfy you in bed without sleeping with him is very possible. You don't need to have sex with him before you know he can. Yes, I've done a video previously where I talked about that. So maybe after you watch, you listen to this, you listen to my solutions, and you are not still okay, I want you to go watch that video. I will leave a link to the video in the description. Now, how you will know a man can satisfy you in bed as a lady without sleeping with him, the testing, like she said, and you guys were laughing, it's asking the right questions. Question reveals intention. And the first question you will ask is, what's your view about sex? Now, when you ask this question, the whole aim of this question is not to get just maybe a straight answer, is to help him reveals his intention, his knowledge about sex. Because it's a known fact that if a man is knowledgeable about sex, he will be able to satisfy you, because he can apply the knowledge he already knows about the subject matter, whether he has a practical experience or not. Now, when you ask his view about sex, if he tells you sex is for a husband and wife coming together for procreation, he still doesn't know about sex, because you need to go further and ask questions like, what's the importance of sex? But if he answers you that sex is what bond a man and a woman together, he has knowledge about sex. But don't just stop because he said it's what's bond a woman and a man together in marriage. You go further to ask him, what's the importance of sex? And if he tells you that sex is so important because sex helps the man and woman to become one, it shows he knows more or a little more about sex or little about sex. But if he's shying away from it, sister, it's a red flag. But don't stop there. Still ask him questions like, tell me more about your past sex life. And here you're aiming at knowing what he has done in the past. So if he tells you he's a virgin, go ahead and ask him what he knows about sex. But if he went on to tell you he's not a virgin, describe how his first sex experience was, ask him questions like, how many times have your spouse appreciated you for helping her enjoy quality sex? And if you say he's a virgin, ask him, where did you get the knowledge of sex? And if he tells you what he knows about sex, ask him where he got that knowledge from. If he tells you he watched pornography, ask him, why did he watch pornography? And what has he learned from the pornography he watched? Now, if he tells you his experience with his spouse, with his girlfriend, and the rest is past sexual encounter, and he goes on to tell you the numbers of time his girlfriend has appreciated him because he helped her reach orgasm or maybe enjoy quality sex in marriage, still ask him, what did he do before he started penetrating his girlfriend and the rest? Now, why I said you should ask him this question is because men's readiness for sex and women's readiness for sex is different. A woman is ready for sex not instantly during the act. A man can just be ready for sex anytime he has the opportunity. He's moved by sight, see a big behind, or see anything that stimulates his sexual sense. A woman is ready for sex long before the actual act, the actual event. So when you ask this, because foreplay plays a role, you want to know whether he understands the duty of foreplay when it comes to love making, how to make a woman to be ready, be in the mood for sex. Because women's sexual arousal, it's different from men's own. So all this question is just tailored on knowing whether he's prepared. If a man knows the why, the how will be easy to learn. In fact, how do I say it? If you know the why you need to have something, the how to get that thing is very simple. Because I see ladies really suffering from this test. The other day I went to cut my hair in a salon, and I heard a lady in the other salon talking, telling her friend she can't take the advice of a pastor telling her not to have sex before marriage, and jump into marriage not knowing whether her husband to be will be able to satisfy her, whether his penis size is like toothpick and the rest. So when I watched this video of this lady that we are seeing on the screen ask this question, I quickly remembered what that lady said. And to many people, they're taking this for granted. This is so important. Women are waking up. Women are no longer taking it likely that they exist to satisfy a man's sexual urge and not them being satisfied. Let me tell you this. Let me ask you, do you know that most of our mothers, most of the adults, most women age 40 to 50 have never experienced what is known as orgasm, female orgasm? So this question I said you should ask will really help you. Because why I'm saying this, if you say you want to test, you will get it wrong. It happened in my marriage. Yeah, it happened. I remember when I was dating my wife, then each time she comes, I will eat well, sometimes take some things to help me, give me more energy to perform and the rest. And when we got into marriage, I just relaxed. I was not concerned about sex again because I felt I've married her. It's just me that owns her. But unlike when we are not married then, I was thinking, feeling insecure, maybe she will leave me and go meet another man. So whenever she comes, I felt I was taking my own share. So I was performing. There are times I took marijuana to just give me the high, to boost my performance, give me strength. So if you think as a lady you must test, maybe when you are testing that man, the period you've been coming, that you guys have been having the sex, he might be taking things. And if you judge those performance and you finally marry him based on those performance, you get into marriage, he might not be taking those things again. And you will face the reality. And when you face the reality, will you go? Or will you engage in extramarital affairs? So I want to discourage you to avoid testing, sleeping with him to know whether he can satisfy you. Just ask these questions Have asked you to ask. Just asking these questions and seeing his response. Don't just listen to the spoken words. Look at the non-verbal communication. The unspoken words, his body language. And let me tell you this, if you truly love the man and he's still not knowledgeable in sex, you can help him, teach him, tell him the importance. And let me warn you beforehand so that you don't say, they so encouraged me to ask this and you end up falling victim. You shouldn't be in a man's house. You're about marrying, you went visiting and be asking him, tell me about your sex life. What did you do to your ex-girlfriend before you insert your penis into her vagina and made love and had sex with her? Be in a neutral place, not in your house, maybe in a public gathering, maybe in the restaurant, anywhere that is comfortable, anywhere that is safe, so that you don't end up practicing what you are avoiding. Because I discovered why I'm so pleased with this video we just watched and
I
we are
don't
seeing
know
on
what
the
to
screen
say.
is because in the Western world, like in UK, US, Canada, you name it, they encourage sex education, questions on sex. It's only here in Africa. You can pass behind me, please. It's only here in Africa that we see discussing sex as a taboo. The time has come. Social change has taken place. People want to enjoy their marriage and not tolerate or endure marriages, because people are enduring marriage. And sex is one of the topics that is really making them not to enjoy their marriage, to tolerate marriage. Now you've listened to me talk about this. Please, I want you to go watch this video where I talked about how you can know he can satisfy you in bed without sleeping with him. Because this will help a lot of ladies stop being victims to those men who use the marriage to deceive them and sleep with them. Go watch that video. Thank you.